I'll be honest with you, I don't have a plan for this video. So, what I think I might do is talk about just random things that I think are gonna be cool in the next game. I know, I'm gonna say nice words about the video game that we cover on the channel every year. Shocking. I'm gonna leave out things that you're thinking of, and that's okay. Let's just talk about some of these things. Promos are back. All right, I wrote that thing down, so I thought that's something. Promos are back in the video game. It's been a number of years, highly requested. People want it. We don't know what it looks like yet for Universe Mode. We still have a lot of outstanding questions. I think promos coming back is excellent. Are we getting like show intros back? Don't know. Where I have a little bit of hesitation is it just gonna be promos? And that's like it for new features for Universe. Universe is a big deal for people. I love putting together universes. But see, like what I love doing, I like the setup. I like the just being all nerdy and building out my divisions, who's got the title, their stats, factions, all this stuff, and then starting to play with it a little bit. But I mostly just love doing that process. Having promos in there, I want to know how deep it is. Is it going to be kind of like an intro mid-level thing? But you know what? I'm excited the feature's coming back because it's been too long. It's gonna at least freshen up the weekly show that you're putting together. So that's something. Okay, what else did I like? Oh, entrances. So I love graphics. I love the games looking good, no matter what the game is. It's like all shiny and polished. And I like that every year. Are the entrances and the graphics for 2K games vastly different from years prior? No, not at all. There's incremental updates. There's only so much they can do. But I did find that entrances for what we've seen, like The Rock, the final boss, I love it because he's gonna smack around Cody Rhodes.
Get in here close, cameraman.
I thought The Rock's entrance, final boss entrance, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it looked great. I'm so happy with how everything is turning out. And with the entrances, I think the big addition of third-person camera, I think that's awesome. I think we're gonna be able to have a lot of fun. At least I will. We're gonna be able to swing that camera around, go from like the very top of the rafters and just point down to the ring for zero reason whatsoever. There's no context for that. Or I'm just gonna be up in the stands and then looking down at the ring, or just glaring excessively at a fan in the stands for no reason. Like, there's a lot I could do there. But spectating matches, being able to cover content here and have fun with it and do it in a different way. I like the freedom. The thing is the freedom. It's quality of life stuff. That's what I'm big on because I don't have crazy expectations of I'm going to get everything revitalized, rejuvenated, redone in 9 months. It's freaking impossible. But what I do like is when I get pleasantly surprised and stuff is just kind of better. And this is one of those things. I want to see what it's like with ladder matches, with Hell in a Cell, with cage matches, and what the spectate camera is like. You know, in the trailer we saw like Undertaker giving Rock a choke slam. I thought that was cool and went in first person. Now, I don't know if that's like a sequence that they're doing for that showcase moment, or is it just being able to shove the camera into Undertaker's body and then you are the dead man doing that choke slam.
Look at the size of that ham hock.
But maybe it is. Maybe it's going to be something unique. But I love the idea of all the matches then feeling different. Because sometimes you're playing Universe Mode or just whatever, and you just want to spectate them. My GM's a great example of this for me. I like to sit there and I'm like, okay, I'm going to play through a bunch of matches or I'm going to simulate them. And sometimes I will just go in and spectate a match to see what the result is, or I'm going to have like a GM run-in thing, right? So I love that now I could have the full spectate camera. We had it last year, but for like entrances, that's gonna be fun. I'm kind of going through like random ideas I've had in the past and just stuff like in the game that has come up. Intergender matches, I'm not crazy on, but the thing that I am excited to try and see, like I'm gonna try it and maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Play a little game called Just a Tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
I'm not going gangbusters and oodly doodly arms like this for no reason about intergender matches. Being able to smack a lady around doesn't interest me that much. Maybe it does for you, or smack a guy around, I don't know. But it's fun, it's, you know, it's freedom. It's freedom for people that want to do that, and that's all fine by me. But the thing that does interest me is going to be the intergender title matches. So we haven't seen this shown off yet, but you're gonna be able to do intergender tag team title matches, intergender singles matches, and going for those titles. It's like 24/7 with a speed championship, but for ladies and men together. So I like that. That's gonna be really fun. That could help build out a universe and things like that. And even the like intergender tag team titles, that's pretty cool, because then you're getting in the neighborhood for me. Then you're getting into like factions, because factions nowadays with WWE, a lot of times it's like, I was gonna say Legato, but Elektra Lopez is gone now, so that's a bad example. But other factions where there is man and girl and other men or girls and ladies, and you mix it all up. it'd be really cool that I could do, let's see, DX, and I could have Triple H and China, and they could go after the tag team titles, the mixed gender tag team titles, going up against other intergender couples. Like that's really cool. So that part has me excited. Now, I mentioned my GM a couple of times. There are new updates to my GM. The online factor I think is great for people that have friends. I don't have a lot, but maybe somebody will play with me.
I'm old school. I don't like to talk a lot.
But I think that'd be a lot of fun to be able to play with other creators and play with other people that I know are playing 2K, to be able to jump online and run a season. It's 25 weeks. It ain't long. Like, you can do full season of my GM in a matter of hours if you really power through this thing. But I'd like to see what other updates they're going to be. More of the new match types are probably going to be all in there. I wonder if they're going to give us things like Money in the Bank ladder match. We saw a little teaser with Punk there in the ladder match, but I didn't see anybody else in there. They did have things like Fatal 4-Way. We had that last year, but maybe they're going to do 6-man. And maybe they're going to have the Royal Rumble this year. If they can flush things out in my GM, that might be the main mode that I go to. If there's enough in there of a hook to keep me wanting to come back, it's the mode that I ended up playing a lot more of in the last 12 months than Universe mode. That was like rinse and repeat. I hope that there's like differences in terms of the budgets and how many members of your roster you're actually going to like draft. Because I found it kind of nubby that I was like, I had a limited roster. Like, let me go crazy. Let me have basically free mode sandbox universe style, but all within my GM. That's a lot to ask, but still excited. But the other thing that Matt always likes is presentation. I mentioned entrances and doing that big swooshy camera. You can move that thing around. That's very fun. But the other thing that I like, and I don't know, it stands out to me, is like, how are the menus? How is navigating around? Not that it's a problem or that it's hard, but I like things that are smooth. It's easy to get into different matches. The menus look good. I like when the aesthetics of the game itself, it all looks good and it's smooth and it's easy to find everything. And you're not going like menu to submenu to submenu. Sometimes in 2K and WWE games over like the many years we've had, sometimes it's awesome where it's like just a freaking list of like, here's all your matches. Other times they do the squares and they do like all of the like little rectangle. I think it was like 2K17 and 18, maybe. It was like that, where it was like really big blocks. And sometimes it's like, okay, it's a little boring too. All right, let's see what else we got in here that's on Matt's dummy list. By the way, guys, if you like the channel and you like what we do on a regular basis, it would mean a lot if you hit the subscribe button, because we're trying to get to 200,000 subs by the time it's like WrestleMania season. That's our goal here. It's a big lofty goal, but hey, if there's like 50,000 of you, or I can't do math well, but there's a lot of you that want to subscribe to the channel. Hey, we mean a lot, helps us out, helps us grow. Okay, underground matches is something they've thrown around a lot. We've seen this covered a lot and they look fun. Like intergender, underground, I'm kind of like, it wasn't really on my top list of things I wanted, but hey, you know what? Maybe sometimes it's like you get something you didn't expect. It's the present at Christmas. You were like, I thought I was going to get one game, I thought I was going to get this toy, and I didn't get the one I wanted, but I got something else and it turns out it was awesome too. So maybe it's like that. Underground seems like I can play it in multiple different arenas. I like the ability to maybe try underground in universe mode and set up an entire show that is nothing but underground. Could you imagine if we were able to do, like they confirmed we can do 2-night PLEs. That's another thing for universe that's exciting. Imagine I could do 2-night WrestleMania. It's all underground, the whole thing. WrestleMania underground. I can just have it my way, just the way Shane McMahon always wanted with his underground. But I'm interested in how that works. The weapons, the brutality of it, the blood being enhanced for those matches, the variety that I could try to get into. And with an underground match being 1-on-1, maybe it means that the next year, yeah, we're fast forwarding here, but the next year, maybe you can do it in like a tag team or fatal 4-way underground match. It's all possible. You got NPCs around there. I think it's fun. Okay, I did have this one in my head before. And I do want to talk about it. Special guest referee matches being expanded. Remember last year, or the year before that, I should say, and then the year before that, and before that, and before that, everybody wanted special guest referee to return. And they finally did it, and it was awesome. They gave us special guest referee, and then no one talked about it. It's very funny how the internet goes that way sometimes. You give them what they want, and then they just go, meh, it's fine. But special guest referee matches, I like them. I want to play more of them, and I've wanted more variety. I love that they brought it back, and I love the mechanics they did within the referee match, where you can get chucked out of there, you can get thrown out, you can hit them with a stunner, you can do anything you want, basically. I like that they have tweaked it, but now they've expanded it, and now they're giving Matt here what they really wanted, what I really wanted, which was going to be tag team matches, 3-ways and 4-way matches, all with special guest referee. That's what I wanted. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to have tag team matches. I'm gonna have a whole pay-per-view that's just gonna be special guest referee matches. I love it. And there's maybe the potential that you could do like a 1v1 Hell in a Cell special guest referee. I don't know yet. I haven't seen it, but I do know that we can do tag team matches and 3-ways and 4-ways with the referee involved. That's cool. That makes it just more dynamic, and that gets me back into regular play to be able to have different matches and do title matches with the referee, and it's a 4-way match. That's gonna be fun. One I did want to mention that we've seen a lot of showcase mode, and showcase for several years I ain't want it. I play it to get it done, to get the unlockables and move on. I know the history of WWE, but I am more of what they call the hardcore fan, right? I do this for a living. Like, look at me, look at my idiot face. But the thing that I have not liked about showcase is how much of the northwest corners I have to chuck a guy in. Sometimes it's just so repetitive. Sometimes the balancing in them is awful, where I'm losing, like, I'm bad at video games, but like I'm losing for no good reason in these matches. The slingshot tech was awful in my opinion. Hey, look, something negative. Sometimes though, I don't like the slingshot tech in there because I've seen the matches, or they just happened in the last like 12 months. And I'm seeing footage of it or the commentary over. I'm like, I don't need to hear about this. I don't need to see the little random moments between the match. I end up skipping. And then Matt's game crashes probably 3 times over the course of a year. And I have to keep redoing showcase to get my unlockables again. I don't like that. This year, at least, I like that they have removed slingshot tech and I've got the in-game cutscenes. I really like that. Back in like, what was it? It was a 2K15 or 16 with Austin and the Attitude Era and all of that. I love that they did it that way. That's the game I gone back and replayed that mode specifically because I'm getting in-game continuity, cutscenes. It all keeps me in the moment playing the game. That's what I've always liked with that. And because they added in the ability to do alternate endings, that's a new twist on it. That's what I've been wanting. I've talked about this for a long time. If you're gonna do showcase, you gotta come up with a different twist, a different way to do it. You've done straightforward, like I'm gonna play every Rey Mysterio match. I'm gonna play every John Cena match, but I'm the opponent. 40 years of WrestleMania. And I'm gonna do all these random WrestleMania matches, except for we're gonna miss out on a bunch of 40 years of Mania, but so be it. Now we get a new twist with the Bloodline, but I like alternate ending things. It makes it unique, it's different. It's gonna have me go back and play it normal all the way through, play it the alternate endings all the way through, and then just see what else I can do. Like, oh yeah, then they have the dream matches in there too. See, and then I'm gonna DQ like The Rock for no reason.
The Rock's got your attention now, doesn't he? You pieces of
One thing that came up, I remember this just now. One thing that came up in the recent Ringside report was going to be the changes to ladder matches. I like ladder matches. I like recreating TLC matches, the Hardy Boys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian. Can't get most of those people in the game nowadays, but that's okay. But I love recreating like TLC matches. I do enjoy ladder matches. I just haven't enjoyed it in these games for the last few years because the mechanics have been so dull and they have not revamped them. And they go on for, ladder matches go on forever. Just excessively. Either multi-man, like full money in the bank, no one goes for the briefcase. It just goes on forever. Or it's just impossible to win, or it's just annoying. Or it ends in like 20 seconds. Like there's no balance. So I love that they've changed it up and they have new mini games set up with this where it's a progression system so that you are going to be able to like climb the ladder and press the buttons, and then you're gonna move. If you complete that, then you're gonna move up to the next level, or you're gonna get knocked and you're gonna start over again. They also have it in there where if you're doing the ladder match and you hang from the title to the briefcase, you could still pull it down. That's new mechanics, and those are little things that I'm excited for. Oh yeah, and the last thing was gonna be weapons. Now I like doing the hardcore matches, and they got all the new backstage areas, and that's all cool, but I like that they're giving us new weapons to include throughout. We saw last year it was a lot of weapons being added and added and added. Now they're gonna have even more. And you've got like pylons in there where you can smash someone's butthole on it. You've got trash can lids and a lot of other stuff. The Prime bottle station. Prime is not a thing anymore for WWE, but that's okay. I just hope, you know what I haven't seen that's kind of disappointing, but it's whatever. Title belts ringside. I don't know if that's something they could patch in. They have plans to show that's going to be a thing, because I haven't seen title matches in the preview footage yet. But man, I really hope that if you're going to you got the Prime bottle station out there, you made the effort to put that thing there for Logan Paul and WWE. Fine. But you couldn't put the title belt ringside on the podium thing, and then I could grab it and throw it. To me, that's the exact same mechanic, right? I don't know anything, but isn't that just the same as going over the Prime bottle station and grabbing the big jug off the cart and then hitting somebody with it, why can't we just turn around and just grab title belt off of podium thing stand and then whack somebody with it? I want to get those title belts back there because that's what happens on WWE TV. Anyways, those are some things that I'm excited for, that I like about 2K25 so far. What about you? What do you like? What don't you like? You let me know in the comments below. And like I said, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to help us out. Hit that like button, it means a lot. Have a great day. See ya.